Hi everyone, I am Sriman and today I'll be talking about something that directly affects all of us living in cities, especially here in Hyderabad. The topic is green innovations and replantation and how they can help us address the growing environmental challenges we're seeing in our urban areas. This is something that's not just about the environment, it's about our health and our future and our responsibility. Global movement. Let's start by looking at the bigger picture. In 2023, over $4 billion were invested globally in green projects. That's a huge commitment, right? Countries and cities around the world are realizing that sustainability isn't just a buzzword anymore, it's essential. These projects are helping to reduce carbon emissions, protect biodiversity, and shift towards eco friendly technology. And when we talk about aligning innovation with the environment, we are really talking about building a world that can support both people and the planet. Let's focus locally in Hyderabad. But what about us here in Hyderabad? Our city is growing fast. With over 10 million people, it's a major urban hub, right? But we're also seeing problems like hotter summers, water shortages, and fewer green areas. These are all signs that we need to rethink how we can balance development and ecology. We're at a point where action is not optional and it is so urgent. Community engagement. As a part of my project, I wanted to understand how people feel about this. So I interacted with people in person like locals, workers and students. And I also reached people in online through social media. I also collaborated with organizations like NGOs, schools, government offices, and even businesses. It was eye opening to hear how people view and see how much potential there is for change if we work together. I focused on specific hotspots across Hyderabad. In residential areas like Begumpet, I noticed there's very little green cover, yet people there feel the heat the most. In public parks, I track how people use the space. Some people use it for exercise and some come for peace, but many parks are underutilized. I also visited corporate offices and government buildings where sustainability officers shared their ongoing green efforts. And in schools, I met young students who were very enthusiastic about planting trees and awareness. It made me realize I can change and it can start from anywhere. The problem, the core problem is simple. Hyderabad does not have enough trees. Urban areas are hotter than 2 to 3 degrees compared to surrounding zones. This is called as heat island effect. Our PM 2.5 air pollution is twice what the WHO organization recommends, and only 5% of our city is covered in green. These numbers are alarming. To meet reforestation goals, we need to plant about 500,000 trees, but there's a catch. Less than 30% of saplings survive their first year. That means every 10 trees we plant, only 3 make it. Why is that? One major reason is that not enough people are involved. Tree planting drives happen, but awareness and participation are still low. We need to build stronger community ownership where people must see these trees as their own responsibility. Contributing factors like why is this happening? Question yourself. Well, it's complicated. First, there's limited space. Buildings are packed close together, leaving little room for trees. Second, there's water scarcity, where we rely on heavily on monsoon rains, which isn't enough to keep your saplings alive. Third, there's vandalism. A lot of saplings are damaged because they aren't protected properly. Without better planning and maintenance, these efforts don't last. So why should we care? Trees aren't just for shade, they clean our air, they reduce heat for us and create a healthy space for all of us. Parks and green areas help people relax, bond and stay active. They even reduce mental stress. For a city like Hyderabad that's growing fast, planting trees is one of the simplest but most powerful ways to stay livable and sustainable. Here's the good news. We can fix this. First, we need collaboration like residents, government, business, and students. We all need them to work together. Second, we need to get innovative. Things like vertical gardens on buildings and smart irrigation can help even in tight spaces. Third, we have to start small but consistent. One tree at a time. It's not about planting 100 trees at once. It's about caring for the ones we plant and make sure they thrive. It's not. Imagine what Hyderabad could look like if everyone planted a single tree and cared for just that one tree. That's how we build a greener, healthier, and future for us, for the next generation. Thank you. Today was a truly impactful and fulfilling day as a part of my social internship focused on green innovations and tree plantation. I began the day early at 5 a.m., setting a positive tone for what was to come. At 5:30, I energized myself with a quick session of physical exercises followed by meditation at 6 a.m., which helped me focus on environmental goals I had set. By 6:30, I joined a tree plantation and maintenance drive under the Sramadan initiative, where we identified spots with low green cover and planted saplings while also cleaning up the area. After a healthy breakfast, I conducted a domain-specific field study, interacting with local community to understand their perspective on urban greening and challenges they face in maintaining tree cover. I then designed a social media post to spread awareness about the importance of trees